Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Donkey Kong Country. I'm your host Shadow HB3 and I'm ready to entertain. In the last episode, we finished off Monkey Mines as we took out a giant coconut spinning vulture, and in this episode we'll start the third world of the game, Vine Valley, which is actually my favorite location, or my favorite world in this game by far, and you guys will see why here in a moment. I mean, just take a look at this. I mean, we're dealing with being in a vast pine tree forest. The sun is setting. As you can take a look just out on the ocean next to DK Island, it's just great. It looks great in all three games too, but I wouldn't say all three games. The GBA version I take issue with just because there's no sunset in that one, and I mean that's what I think makes this level for me, is the fact that there's a sunset. Now before we do start off the first level of this world, I do want to let you guys know something. Starting in this world going forward, a few of the levels in the GBA version have been placed in a different order, but just so you all know, that will not affect when I show off those levels if there happens to be a photograph to be gotten, or a sticker pad for that matter. So just wanted to let you guys know that, but for now let's go ahead and get started with our first world, or first level of this world rather, Vulture Culture. Our first forest level of the game, and this one we actually get introduced to the Mini Necky finally. They actually hinted at their existence by means of Master Necky spinning coconuts himself, when really Mini Necky is where the coconut spinning comes from. The regular Neckies, I guess, once they grow up to be full-grown Neckies, they just can't spit coconuts anymore. Or at least most of them can't. Maybe they just resort to throwing them. I don't know. I'm just talking gibberish at this point. So, anyways, you guys saw how to get that K, and then with the same tire, you'll want to roll it up against this end here. Try to not roll it off the top. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to respawn another tire. I'll see you guys back here in just a moment. Man, I did not expect it to take me that short amount of a time to make a mistake, but I guess it did. So anyways, roll this tire to the edge without rolling it off, and then jump where you see these bananas, jump high up, and you'll uncover your first of 3 bonus levels in this game. So have a spell it out mission, pretty simple. Again, just don't hit the Kremlings, so that way you don't put yourself in any kind of predicament, but it's pretty simple. You should have no problem getting that challenge completed, because if you do, you'll get an espresso token, but it doesn't really bother me that much because I figured I'm not really going to, even if I get it. And you just destroyed my barrel. How could you? Even if I get the espresso token, or tokens, then I'm not going to show off the bonus level because you've already seen it, so it makes no sense for me to do that. Alright, second bonus level is going to be right up against this wall. Just make sure you time your jumps off the Neckies well enough so you have enough height to land on that cache and get that barrel. And you'll be taken to the second one if you hug it up against the wall. And this one involves taking out the clap traps. And these clap traps, of course, they give out 6. The banana bunches actually account for 6 bananas total per bunch, so keep that in mind. Avoid getting chomped, and if you make it all the way to the end, then you'll get a red balloon. So that's pretty simple. Alright. And something to note here about Vulture Culture is a couple of things actually to note about Vulture Culture. One thing that I found interesting, that I don't really talk about where the locations of DK barrels are, but I couldn't help but find that this particular level actually has 4 DK barrels to speak of, which at least is the most, according to my notes, the most that we've seen in any level so far. Something else I want to talk to you guys about with Vulture Culture, there's kind of a little bit of a special trivia associated with it. It's believed that, wow, I'm surprised how I did not get hit. I'm kind of surprised, but in any case, we'll get Diddy back, I'm sure, later on before this level's over. But no, Vulture Culture, it's believed to have thought that someone does not want me to finish my sentence. Okay, so as I was saying, Vulture Culture's name is believed to have been derived from an eponymous album in 1985 by the same... Cut. Okay, so as I was saying, for a third time, and Diddy, I just want to tell you before I say this that you just cannot stop on a dime for anything. Okay, before I run into any more trouble, Vulture Culture. It's thought that its name was derived from an eponymous 1985 album called the same name, Vulture Culture, by a band known as the Alan Parsons Project. I think they're a British pop rock band group. I've never listened to that album before. I would encourage you to go listen to it, but I mean, I don't know what to expect, so maybe you guys can listen to it for me and tell me what you think, or I'll do the same, whichever happens first. So, in any case, this is how you get the third and final bonus level of this world, or of this level rather. Still working on trying to differentiate a level from a world and vice versa, but that's pretty simple. I feel like this level should not be as hard as I'm making it to be, but yet, you see, I made a couple of mistakes there as we finally get to the end. And something I don't think I mentioned here is that, unlike the previous 2 levels that we've completed, this one actually has 6 levels rather than the typical 5. But there's nothing to get in that one extra anyway, so we'll go ahead and go on to Treetop Town, our second world level of this world. And don't have a whole lot of time to talk. What you want to do, of course, immediately take this Necky, follow it all the way to the back. If you jump up top, you'll reveal this bonus level. There's 2 in this level, I believe. And this one, you're just tasked to spelling out Kong. You have to actually spell it out, otherwise if you get a banana in any of the slots, you automatically fail, so just keep that in mind if you are trying to beat the level in one setting and you need all the lives you can get, because that's a good way to stockpile on lives. But no, Treetop Town, now that we got that out of the way, this is our first level that takes place in the high treetops of Vine Valley. This is not the only one of its kind, and I'm glad, because I like this song. In fact, a lot of the songs that I like in this game are from this world, Vine Valley. But then you'll want to keep a note of course, with the being in the high treetops, there are a lot of bottomless pits to fall in, so you just don't want to go too fast. And the other thing here is that we're, just like in Barrel Cannon Canyon, we're going to be dealing with firing yourself out of these barrel cannons, so just be aware of that. You don't want to go too fast, especially when we get to several points. Like, get in the barrel, my goodness. When we get to several points where there are auto fire barrels like crazy, like here, like obviously if you're trying to run through, then if you aren't careful, you'll jump in well before you should, and then you'll fall off and regret all that speed running you were doing before. Okay, so our second and final bonus level, as you can tell, there's this banana bunch that looks like, or banana rather, that looks like it's all by its own, some savvy, and it is, but if you actually fire yourself at it, you'll be fired into some hidden barrels, and they will take you into the second and final bonus level of this world. So, now, this is the only place where you can go to get the gold letter N, as far as I know. In fact, I believe it is. And the best part is, you can actually steer yourself to land in the barrel based on where it's supposed to be, so you can give yourself a chance to collect all the bananas in there, in addition to the gold letter N. But that's it, and then you just have to worry about trying to not mistime your firing into these auto fire barrels, like right here. So, see if I can get through this while not talking so much, just because, I mean, in this kind of instance, I know I have to concentrate. Oh man, how did I miss that G? I still missed that G. Okay, got it that time. Alright, another espresso token. I'll get it just to say I got it. Do a roll jump there, but that's about it. Doing a lot better on this recording than I did the first time. I was falling off like crazy in my previous time trying to record this, and I just got frustrated and just took up so much time that I was just not happy with myself for that. But thankfully I didn't have much trouble this time around, so just like in Vulture Culture, there's nothing really in Treetop Town for me to show you. So let's go ahead and play our final level of this video, Forced Frenzy. Now, Forced Frenzy is the same name as what this song is called, Forest Frenzy. So I think that's itself is cool. And honestly, I wonder which one came first or which was named first. Was this level named Forest Frenzy first, or was the title of the track named Forest Frenzy first? Something. If anybody from Rare happens to see this video, I mean, if you wouldn't mind answering that for me, I would greatly appreciate it. The only problem I have, I mean, this is my favorite video or favorite song in this game as far as the levels goes by far. But the thing that's unfortunate is that this is the final forest level of this entire game. There's only 2 forest levels, at least with this song in here anyway, so that's what I find sad. But what are you gonna do? Can I hit this zinger? I don't think I can. I may have been able to if I used DK, but who cares? Alright, so the big thing to note with Forest Frenzy is that we're going to be spending a lot more time riding on ropes, climbing up and down, trying to avoid zingers and neckies and whatnot, but mostly zingers. So just be careful. I would prefer to use Diddy rather than DK just because he's smaller and he can move up a little bit faster. Not that it matters, because I mean, as long as you can time going up and down, then you should have no problems with this whatsoever. First time I did this when I was recording, I did go run the wrong way and a zinger caught me and hit me. But so far so good. Now the bonus levels, there are 2 of them. They won't actually be obtained until we get close to the end of this level. And one of them is going to be really tricky to get here, and it's going to be in this segment with this rope. So pay attention real closely. It'll be a little bit, but I'll tell you what to do once we get there. Get this G. Now here's a red balloon that if you can time it, you'll be able to get it if you go and avoid it fast enough. Now what you're going to want to do, hang out hang out near the bottom of this rope, avoid the neckies, and eventually you'll run into a hidden bonus barrel that, unless you read a player's guidebook, you have no idea where it is. And I just find that to be sad that they would make a bonus level, or place a bonus level rather, in a place that, I mean, how are you supposed to know where it is unless you read a strategy guide? I honestly do not know. You just have to, I guess, luck your way into finding that level more or less. But that's the first one. The second one involves, as you may guess, taking this barrel that we obtained from landing on this cache. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to carefully maneuver your way to where you're taking this all the way up over this hill and down while avoiding jumping critters. It's best to just do what I'm doing right now. Take the barrel, set it down, take out the critter, pick it up, and then go from there. But once you get to this other side, get to the bottom here, you'll want to hug up against the wall with Diddy, and you'll unveil the second bonus level, which is another collect the bananas one, but the rope is moving super fast. Maybe not at Sonic speed, but somewhat close to Sonic speed. Why do people say Sonic instead of Sonic anyways? I'll never get that. But go ahead and collect these bananas if you so choose to. If you want to ignore them because you know that you can't save what you've collected, then that's fine, but I just like to collect anything and everything. And there's an unguard token too to boot, so that's why it pays to do everything. But that is all for Forest Frenzy as we have finished it. Now we're going to zoom over to the other half of this level and go to Temple Tempest, but I say no! We're not going to Temple Tempest in this video at all because we're getting near the end. But before we do cut it, I do want to tell you all that there are finally some things that we can show, or that I can show rather, not you guys, but me rather, because I'm the one playing the game. I'll show you guys a couple of places where there are some photograph and a sticker pad that are available to be obtained in Forest Frenzy in the respective versions of the game. So, you guys know the drill. Let's go to the GBC version first and get the photograph. Or wait a second, did I say photograph? I meant sticker pad. Let's go get the sticker pad in the GBC version rather. I'll see you guys over there in just a moment. Okay guys, we're here in the GBC version of Forest Frenzy. So in order to get the sticker pad in this game, what you'll want to do is, of course, after crossing the pit rather, where you collect the O golden letter, you'll find the green banana bunch here, and then of course what you'll just need to do, like always with Donkey Kong, Kong Clap,
you will reveal the third sticker pad. So, pretty simple. This one's plain as day. I'm sure the others, hopefully, are going to be this easy, but I highly doubt it. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and go to the GBA version and collect the photographs that we can.
Okay guys, we're here in Force Frenzy in the GBA version. So where I'm located at is just before the exit. This is the final rope where you have to dodge a series of zingers and neckies alike. What you'll want to do, as you can see, the photograph is just in front, or just behind rather, that patch of trees sticking out in the foreground. So after we get off here, just do a roll jump. If you can do it, it'd be easy to do if I can do it. There we go, we got it. So just do a roll jump right off the edge and you'll get that photograph easily. So that is all there is to it. So let's go ahead and we'll get back to the SNES version and get ready to cut this video. Okay, so after collecting both the photograph and the sticker pad, not necessarily in that order, we'll go ahead and cut the video here because there's so much more to do in this world, but we'll save it for the next video. So in the meantime guys, if you like what you saw here, please subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and when I see you all next time, we will complete the second half of Vine Valley. So in the meantime, this is Shadow HB3 signing out, telling you guys, as always, to stay perky. I'll see you next time.